Sams and Jesse Schlotfeldt in row 1. Robbie Price and Jason Solwold in row number 2. Tyler Thompson and Brenham Crouch in row 3. Row 4, Rico Abreu and Dason Pursley in row 5. Chase Randall and Max Mittry. 28 cars strong in tonight's A-Main. Who is going to come out on top? Skagit Speedway. We got them wrecked. We got them stacked. And we've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing up at turn number 4. We are green.
Sams gets to the cushion early. Schlotfeldt through the middle, trying to bring Price and Solwold with him like a local show. Solwold going to go into the middle. There's Price on the bottom. Robbie Price third to first in the corner, and he leads lap number 1.
Robbie Price shows the way on lap number 1 on night 2 of the Skagit Nationals. Danny Sams run to the second spot. Back behind, it's Jesse Schlotfeldt. Sams with a problem in turn 3. Gets clipped by Schlotfeldt, slips back to the 4th spot, keeps on going.
It was a big aggressive move from Schlotfeldt right across the nose. A little bit of contact. There's Solwold down on the bottom, digging, trying to take it away from him as Schlotfeldt gets up top. Thompson and Crouch back further, almost a little bit of contact as the Skagit locals stretch their legs early.
Robbie Price doing everything right so far in this one. Jesse Schlotfeldt sitting in 2nd, Jason Solwold in 3rd, Danny Sams sitting in 4th, and Tyler Thompson rounds out the top 5. Then a couple of high rollers battling just outside that top 5. Rico Abreu to the inside of Brenham Crouch down the front straightaway.
Crouch up on the cushion. It's Abreu, very comfortable from mid-track down last night to where he made all of his hay, trying to build up some rhythm as Pursley tried to dart to his outside and take the spot away.
Dason Pursley in a phenomenal spot to try and be inside the top 4. The caution comes out.
Car around in turn number 2 facing the wrong direction. Looks like Robustelli.
Camden Robustelli drawing the yellow on lap number 5 of this 30-lap feature here tonight. He was running in the 24th position at the time of the incident there. And so here is a replay. You see him bottom of your screen right now and just loses the handle, it looks like, Caleb.
Middle of the racetrack, couldn't hang on, overcooks it, and the eggs end up scrambled on the inside of the second corner with Robustelli facing the wrong direction. 5 in and 25 to go. Abreu looks like he's the first one out of line, and right behind him, Pursley follows as Rico goes to the top. So he is outside row number 4, and Dason chose to go outside behind him, so he's outside row number 5. Interesting strategy.
Dason likes the top, and we'll see if it will work for him here for this restart. We'll have Justin Peck lining up to his inside as we're coming to the green this time by 5 completed and 25 to go on night 2 of the Skagit Nationals as Robbie Price and Jesse Schlotfeldt bring him back to green.
Those two drivers eminently familiar with racing each other. Price down on the bottom. Schlotfeldt had a steam coming out at corner number 2. A car length separates them as they go wheel to wheel going into 3.
Rico Abreu makes his way into the top 5, getting by Brenham Crouch on that restart, and Tyler Thompson. Now looking at Danny Sams for 4th into turn number 1. There's a slider. Rico's up to 4th. Great restart for the 24.
Rico on the move. 3 spots, 1 lap. Rico Abreu, he is coming. Looking up and around Sams, and now after Solwold for position.
Jason Solwold last night was running in the top 5, spun the car around late in the race, does not want to do that again and give up even more event points. At this point in time, Solwold nice and comfortable around the inside, sitting in that 3rd position.
The top's a really long ways around for early on in this race for Rico. That might be biting him in the butt, at least through 3 and 4, but he's got a lot of car speed, and this time he's going to duck into the middle, looking at a line that Solwold's pretty proficient at, and they'll go wheel to wheel down the front straightaway.
Rico Abreu going to try and run the middle once again in turns 1 and 2. Big head of steam to the outside, and he's going to take that 3rd spot away as they roll into turn number 3. Rico Abreu to the outside of Jason Solwold. Move Abreu to the bottom step of the podium. Now coming after Schlotfeldt into turn 1.
Almost goes 2 for 1. That car is so maneuverable. He got to the middle of corner number 4 and just turned it down the hill. Slid the spot. Abreu looking low on Schlotfeldt. Schlotfeldt trying to deny him, but boy, Rico Abreu just feels inevitable tonight.
Rico with a short slider on Schlotfeldt into turn number 1. He's going to take that 2nd spot for good. Now starts to close in on Robbie Price, who closes in on the back of the field. Price closing in on Camden Robustelli along with Lynch and Giovanni Scelzi. But Rico Abreu, cue up the Jaws music. He is closing in on your race leader.
It is Price. He's trying to go into the middle to go around Robustelli and see at the same time.
Around.
It's Schlotfeldt. Jesse Schlotfeldt, who
kept the car
third.
going. He kept the car fired. Jesse Schlotfeldt spun around in turn 3, kept the car fired. And we'll see where he blends back in. I don't know how that car kept going, Caleb. He was at a dead, watch this. He was almost at a dead stop here. I thought for sure the engine was going to shut off. right here.
Full wheelie, but yeah, it stays up and going with the helicopter-style 360 spin in the turn.
And so that moves Solwold back to third, Sams to fourth, and Thompson back into the top 5. We'll see where Schlotfeldt will line up at here for this restart. Currently sitting behind Justin Peck in the order, which is about 9th.
For high limit points, it's a big deal as long as he keeps climbing the field.
Yeah, he is 25th to 18th for the 49 car. We're coming back to the green this time by
Tanner Holmes has gone 16 to 11.
Okay. So we're closing in on the halfway signal in this one. 12 complete, 18 to go. Robbie Price trying to hold on, but he's got last night's winner starting to his outside. The green flag comes back out.
Robbie will get up to the cushion quickly. Rico Abreu sees the path, loves it down low here at Skagit Speedway. Showed him a wheel. Now they'll change lines in through 3 and 4. Price off the restart, holds Abreu off, but Rico's coming.
Nice move right there from Robbie Price to go down low and block a potential slider from Rico, who's got a big head of steam down the backstretch. He'll take the lead. The turn 3 ramps over the infield berm. Slipped to the racetrack. Robbie Price back to the inside down the front straightaway.
Boy, he had like 10 miles an hour plus on him going into that corner, but just couldn't stick it. Down to the low side. Now Price knows, all right, I'm going to have to get even further down to defend from Rico. Rico's lost a car length or 2 after that. With Solwold in the third as we're at the halfway point.
15 in and 15 to go for Robbie Price, who is pulled away from Rico Abreu now. 4 car lengths separate the top 2 as they both go to the inside of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. They're mere 3 laps away or so from the back of the field. Can Robbie Price maintain this speed, though, Caleb?
You know, the handle on the Abreu car looks just a hair different. It's a hair, but at the velocity that he hit that berm on the inside, not hard to hurt a shock that way. Let's see how it plays out. We got a long ways to go. But Price down on the bottom, and Rico, where he had just been a freight train running him down, not quite as fast.
Does not appear to be the case here as Robbie Price, with 12 laps to go, is still showing the way. Lap traffic just ahead of him on the same straightaway as Camden Robustelli, Eric Fisher, and Cy Lynch. Rico Abreu trying to close back in within 3 car lengths off the corner. It's Jason Solwold sitting in third, Danny Sams in fourth, and Tyler Thompson continues to run in fifth.
That traffic is heavy in front of Robbie Price. Abreu is within 3 car lengths as they'll come into the corner. Price going to try that same line around Robustelli that he did before. Abreu's down underneath him. It's Price in the middle for the lead.
Rico tries a short slider into third, turns 1 and 2. Now rolls the middle. He pulls up next to him. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Rico Abreu right underneath the Robbie Price. Price trying to use the slower car as a pick. It works out for him, and Robbie Price maintains the race lead.
Price has got to get around Robustelli, though. It only works if you can pass him. Rico up to the cushion and up and around for the lead down the back straightaway.
Rico Abreu to the top spot. He'll lead this time by with 8 laps to go. Still thick lap traffic to contend with for your race leader. Robbie Price slips back into that second spot, back behind. We're watching a battle between Brent Marks and Dason Pursley. Move Brent Marks up into the 7th position as he works off of turn number 2.
Boy, this lap traffic all kind of hanging out around the bottom of the racetrack for Rico Abreu as Price in pursuit. And Jason Solwold starting to run him down for position number 2 as we're watching your leader down the back straightaway.
Good battle here on your screen. Tyler Thompson and Danny Sams. Here comes Brenham Crouch. Crouch is looking for his first top 5 finish of his career with Kubota High-Level Racing. He'll make his way around the outside of Danny Sams, the third, and into the top 5.
Next time by will be 5 laps to go. Rico Abreu, 2 lap cars in between himself and Robbie Price. Price, a lap car between himself and Jason Solwold as they are all down around the bottom with very few exceptions coming off that 4th corner.
Yeah, bottom of the racetrack in 3 and 4 is certainly the preferred groove by everybody in the field with the exception of maybe 2 cars or so. Robbie Price is one of them as Rico gets a little bit tight off at turn number 4, going to give up a spot or at least a lap car. Pittman nearly got back by him off the corner. Rico still has the race lead, though. 3 laps to go the next time by.
We'll keep our eyes on our leader, who's now going way up top in 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Tyler Thompson pushing around Solwold for third. He's got it at the line. He's taking Crouch with him.
Tyler Thompson having a fantastic run tonight. The Brock Lemley, number 13L. Great battle for Brenham Crouch and Jason Solwold. They go side by side for what is the 4th position on the racetrack. Brenham Crouch right rear up against the cushion. He's going to have the spot down the front straightaway. Solwold still side by side, but Crouch having a standout performance tonight.
The next time around, Chase Rodman, we will see the white flag. 1 to go for Rico Abreu. All the way up on the fence, coming off of corner number 4. There's the white flag, and he has got a long ways back to Price and Thompson in 2nd and 3rd.
Rico's lead that time by 2.8 8 seconds as he navigates through a couple more slower cars and off of turn number 4. He has swept the first 2 prelude nights of the Skagit Nationals. Rico does it again here tonight. Second goes to Robbie Price, third to Tyler Thompson, fourth to Jason Solwold, and fifth to Brenham Crouch.
Justin Peck climbed from 13th to 6th. Big run for him.
And Tanner Thorson's streak of top 10s continues. He ends up getting by Tanner Holmes on the final lap, but Rico Abreu, your winner here tonight for the second day in a row. Robbie Price and Tyler Thompson. How about that for a podium here at Skagit Speedway? Jason Solwold 4th, Brenham Crouch 5th, Justin Peck 6th, Brent March 7th, Danny Sam's first top 10 since March with an 8th place run. Make that May, excuse me. Dason Pursley 9th, and Tanner Thorson completes the top 10. Cory Eliason 11th, Tanner Holmes 12th, Brad Sweet 13th, 14th to Jesse Schlotfeldt, and 15th goes to Justin Sanders. Max Mittry, Chase Randall, then Joel Myers Jr., Dominic Scelzi, Trey Starks. Rounding out the field, Giovanni Scelzi, Justin Youngquist, Gage Garcia, Landon Brooks, Darren Pittman, Cy Lynch, Eric Fisher, and Camden Robustelli. Here at the Skagit Speedway, there is his wife, Megan. And Gus is down there again. We'll see if he does any of his business down there in Victory Lane for the second night in a row. The Hoosier Tire neckband, the Kubota Highland Racing Victory Lane hat. He's got the Sunoco Race Fuels checkered flag. Rico Abreu climbing up top, your winner again here tonight at Skagit Speedway. Win number 8 on the 2025 campaign. And he'll close in just a little bit more on that championship points lead as he debriefs there with Kevin Rudeen and Robbie Price with a fantastic second place effort here after leading the first 10 or 15 laps of this main event. Rico's going to make his way up the stairs, and he'll talk to Tony Laporta as a winner once again for the 8th time with Highland Racing.
They've cleaned everything off here on the front straightaway. The fans are amassing here on the fence. They are ready to greet him. There he is, Skagit Speedway. He can hear you. He can see you. He's making his way to the top step of the podium. Your winner for the second night in a row is Rico Abreu. Hey, it feels like this kind of thing's becoming a little bit normal for you for the second night in a row from 7th to 1st, but something tells me this feature, your car, this night was very different than last night.
Yeah, just the track conditions, you know, the surface was a lot harder, so just hats off to these guys, man. Ricky Warner, Zach Middlebrooks, Brady Forbrook, my wife, Toby Balboen, my father's here tonight, you know, cheering us on, and it's just, you know, it's really impressive. You know, the structure and the logistics of sprint car racing, and for them to, my team, just to continue to stay consistent, you know, especially with how the sport creates such highs and lows, you know, and it's this track, and I've really thought about it the last few weeks, you know, just coming here and the success last year and the success this year, and just how it's really suited my team, my driving style, and it's just a really special place to us.
Look at this crowd of people. They love you. And something tells me, due to all this success, you love Skagit Speedway. Yeah, getting to the top of Whiskey Myers Victory Lane helps that, but you clearly enjoy this speedway. You wouldn't be as fast here if you didn't. What about this racetrack in the northwest corner of Washington do you enjoy so very much?
It just has a unique style. It creates great racing, and that's why all you fans keep showing up. You know, and there's an unbelievable field of race car drivers back here in the pit area. It's just really impressive just to get to race against these guys, and the inversion in the field, and you know, letting the high point guys start, you know, inverting 8 and 6 in the heat races. It just creates that excitement, the anticipation. I was just thinking about, you know, just my emotions before these features, and you know, the anxiousness I get before I get in the race car, and then to fire off and see that 4 wide and all you guys cheering, you know, in the fireworks, and what Rudeen family has done here is, it's just really, really cool to be a part of it all.
You talk about sprint car racing being exciting. Brother, you're exciting. Rico Abreu back-to-back wins here at the Skagit Speedway, and you should know that maybe it's not a surprise to you, probably to anybody else watching, but thanks to your performance tonight, you are now the high point earner going into the $126,000 to win finale tomorrow night here at Skagit Speedway. Let's do some business. At High Limit, we have an angel donor. They send $1,000 of their own money to any charity that a winning high roller chooses to support. With your win tonight, where's that angel donor's money going?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I know we discussed this last night, and what a great experience and exposure for these foundations that this angel donor allows these race car drivers that win these races to make that donation to. And I'm going to match that $1,000 tonight, and I believe this was my 8th High Limit win of the year. So with the angel donor's donation and my $1,000 donation, we're up to $16,000 to the Jackson Superhero Foundation, a family in you know, Michigan that you know, really drives a lot of awareness around muscular dystrophy, and you know, they're great friends of mine and have done some great things for families in need.
Rico Abreu, we're going to get your Chasm Safety Systems win box in here. Jake Ingram will hand that to you. You got a few more goodies in there. Back-to-back Jack Skagit Speedway. How about it for your winner, Rico Abreu? Let's go back upstairs for tonight's contingency awards.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. The Racer Dean Foundation Rookie of the Race tonight goes to Danny Sams with an 8th place finish here in this main event. Let's also take a look at our Jace Golf Cart's fastest lap of the race. That went to Rico Abreu. Lap number 9, a 12.544 second lap time. And our hard charger here tonight goes to Brad Sweet, 25th to 13th for a plus 12 effort to get that hard charger award. Also, Tony, before we send it back to you, the top 4 locked in tomorrow night. You already mentioned Rico. He was the high point man. Dason Pursley 2nd, Justin Peck 3rd, and the final car to lock into the dash tomorrow, the 88 of Tanner Thorson. Back to you with 2nd place.
Those 4 drivers will be in tomorrow night's shopsunshine.shop dash, and we also have a fun sponsor for the redraw wheel question. That's going to be the shopsunshine.shop wheel. RSR, Shop RSR, and Aaron Wrights are going to send us our question. Here's a question for our 3rd place starter, 2nd place finisher, Robbie Price. You race here all year round, or at least as much as you can. What's more important to you, running well and being the best guy, one of the best guys here weekly, or being able to show your speed and your ability at your home track against some of the best in sprint car racing?
I think it's just running good all around. I mean, you know, you work really hard to run good every weekend and hope it pays off when it comes to the big shows. And we've been pretty terrible on the weekly stuff, so glad we can finally turn it around.
This track, everybody talks about, every dirt track is technical, right? The surface changes lap to lap. Everybody's got different dirt. Maintenance and prep at one place doesn't mean it's going to be the same at a different track if you use that same strategy. How did tonight's track change from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, it was good early. There was a lot of grip on the bottom of both ends for a little bit. I knew I was a little left early to be good, super good at the end. I felt good though. I mean, when I moved around, I ran the bottom for the first couple laps, and then I moved to the top in 1 and 2 and felt good. And then I just struggled with the lap cars a little bit. I really wanted to be off the bottom of 4, and just there wasn't really a lot of grip coming off of 4 on the top. So I just struggled there. And then obviously Rico got by me, but man, they're ripping right now. The last time I led laps at a high limit race, he got me with a handful to go. So at least I'm consistent.
Best finish this season with Kubota High Limit Racing. He started 3rd. He finished 2nd. Cobble Hill, British Columbia's Robbie Price, the runner-up finisher here tonight. And Tyler Thompson from a TJ Forged heat race victory. I believe it was heat race number 1. We got to talk to you. What's that?
We finished 2nd.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll tell we'll pretend you won, because that makes it sound that even better of a night. You stand on the podium here in the 3rd position. Crazy week for you since leaving Chico. We talked about you jumping behind the wheel. What's the competition level like at these national events right now?
They're just so tough. I mean, years ago, you know, just running 410s, you're looking at the field going into the weekend and like, okay, you know, what's a 24-car field if we can make that or not? And I looked this weekend, it's like, shoot, there's 30 cars, 32 cars that are really good. So it was like, we just want to get in the show every night, and then to put together a run like this just means the world. This is definitely probably the biggest moment of my sprint car career, so I'm pretty stoked. That's
pretty cool to hear. Memory is coming back to me now. You guys went 4th to 2nd in that first heat race to be able to lock in and race tonight for $20,000. Just, okay, that's how hard the competition is, but just how hard is it yourself, you, your team, your car, to make the right calls, to make the right adjustments, and be in a position of battle with some of the best, whether it's a weekly show here or a national event. It's not easy to put a night together, is it?
No, it's really tough, and a lot of times when I'm, if I do make the field with this high limit group, you're kind of like having to run defense because you don't feel like you can be aggressive and move forward. But early in that feature, I felt like I had the car to move forward, and it just kept getting better, and I thought the track kept kind of coming to us, and we made some good moves. So just got to thank Brock, the whole Limley group. I mean, we didn't win tonight, but we're going to be the last ones out of the pits tonight. So, no, it was a lot of fun, and just so cool for us. Like you said, it's been a wild week, 3 different cars, but just happy to be here.
5th to 3rd. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Awesome. Thank you.
That is Tyler Thompson starting in the 5th position and driving to 3rd. Your podium here tonight, you can see him right there as they celebrate down here. Always a fun Friday night when you come to the Skagit Speedway.